Zabrać Simona w wietew.
Hello and welcome back to another video from our homestead in central Portugal. I'm sure most of you know what the bucket list is. Olive harvest is one of those things or activities to include in it, in my opinion. Bucket list should be full of experiences like this one. Unexpected, foreign, but so much fun and reward. Is olive harvest on your bucket list? Let us know in the comments section below. Did I ever think I will be harvesting olives? Not at all. I had no idea how or when it's done. I suppose it's the same with meat production or growing vegetables. Until you try yourself, you don't really know what goes in it, how much effort and preparation there needs to be, as well as the physical side of it. I have to say, this year was epic. Not only we worked very hard, the results were also fabulous. So if you are curious how well we did, stay tuned and watch till the end. Let's face it, we aren't getting any younger, and olive harvest, when done manually, is a very taxing activity, very physical and requires strength as well as resilience and endurance. This year, when we checked the trees, we knew there would be a lot of olives. However, we underestimated exactly how much there is. You could see in the previous video that Susanna has made a case for olives, and I have to say again, well done, because this was the best thing we could have had as opposed to previous years. The harvested olives could breathe and didn't sweat at all thanks to the breathable lining inside the case, as well as the lid which helped to keep olives dry. Okay.
No.
Yeah, so just a little protection, huh?
Ah.
Just in case there's a drizzle or rain, hopefully not. Yeah.
And wind. Because of the wind?
Yeah. Whew. Okay, so day one. Or kind of half a day one.
Wow.
Half day one. Uh-huh.
Rain is coming.
Hopefully not. No, we don't want rain. Rain can go over there. It's okay.
Looks like it.
Yeah, but it's going the other direction, not here. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
looks good, huh?
Uh-huh, it does. What? Máš hlad, Woody?
Bude papat nebo nebude papat?
Mmm.
Bude papat nebo nebude papat?
Bejny.
Bude,
Máš hlad?
Bude papat. Jupi.
What? Ow!
I've been already, even Nadine and Pete. I know where we've been in Orange.
No.
Remember painting? We
Oh yeah.
and also in
So this is our second day. Started yesterday, so half a day. Today we have helpers. That's I can't see really too well. That's Sue. That's Ashley. Yay! And then we have Pete and Nadine. That's Pete and that's Nadine. Yay! Yeah, we could not. Well, we could do it without them, but it's much easier to do it with people. It's more fun. Exactly, it's more fun. And Susanna is up there. Don't worry, I'll get Nefeli soon. Nefeli, and this is Nefeli, of course. Oh, okay, she's moving. Okay, and Mamba is coming as well to help. Not. Yeah, and Woody is Woody. Good to know, exactly. So I'll let it roll for a while. You don't want to harvest in a rain, even a drizzle, as the nuts and olives get wet easily and the moisture causes the olives to go bad very quickly. So intense is the right word for this activity. Although it is a great activity, it requires certain sacrifices, speed and technique. The right weather also plays a big part in harvesting. You want to harvest as quickly as possible and process the olives in the same urgent manner. That comes with challenges when you have more than 20 trees. But because we did it several times before, we knew what's coming. We arranged a working weekend with a few of our friends who came and helped us with the most difficult part of the land on the edge of the vineyard, and together we managed to prune trees and pick around 400 kilos of olives in 2 days. And the rest we did ourselves, just Susanna and I. How much exactly was that? Well, you need to watch till the end to find out the exact numbers.
No, she's more happy today. Doesn't even get up. Does she just wag her tail? No, she does. She turns around. No. She starts on the one turn around. Oh, how really?
No.
I like to experiment.
She experiments and
But
feeds
it's
me.
lots of herbs in it, no garlic.
No, God, it's going to say garlic in it. Jesus. Just have a quiet taste.
Oh, quiet taste.
And yet, I love pepper
Dry
try
and
like
easy.
scrambled tofu,
Tofu,
like scrambled egg.
I prefer your stuffed abobula.
Yeah. For you, next time.
Stuffed what? Stuffed
Abobula. Abobula.
You came for dinner one day.
And now I just work full time.
Ashley used to work for Honda.
Yeah, I worked for Sonia for 20 years. That's why I used to go to Ghent all the time because they
Yeah.
were just expensive there. And yeah, so for me,
Let's carry on after lunch. Ah, I know. These are loaded as well, these trees here. That'll be fun. Enough, Woody. Enough. No. Enough. You can see us pruning quite hard this year. The reason behind it is the fact that olive trees are so hardy and resilient, fast growing after a certain age, that you need to control the height and the new growth unless you are willing to climb very high trees. It makes harvesting so much harder. We usually prune every couple of years, but because of the events of the past 2 years, including fires and health issues, we haven't pruned for 3 years. So this year was also about shaping the trees. I have to admit, both Susanna and I prefer harvesting and pruning at the same time. The simple reason behind it is that when you need to cut the branches off, you can then harvest olives from the ground much easier than whilst they are still on the trees. So we are packing up. Hold on, let me see how much we have there. Whew, I think it's a good half.
no, I think it's more than
More than half, yeah?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it might be more than half already. And
250, 300 kilos.
I would say definitely 300 to
Hang on,
like
have
together.
You measured inside there, because I think that that's 1 cubic meter.
It
So
is.
I would say
Yeah.
that's about 500,
Yeah.
maybe 550. It's not more
We've
than
done
that.
a lot today, haven't we?
Yeah, because
Yeah. Yeah. We've done a lot today, so I think that's, yeah.
little on a tree, and then you move the net and everything. That takes the longest.
Yeah.
And sorting out,
But those last 2 trees took 4 of us like an hour.
more than
To
that.
do, more than an hour
suppose.
to do 2 trees.
Yeah.
And 2 small trees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know.
Amazing. Wow.
Dobré, já jsem to nechala jet, víš, a potom udělám z toho styl.
Ano.
So yesterday we didn't do anything, I mean in terms of filming, we did a lot. As you can see, this is after day 3, this was all full. And yeah, we were knackered, we worked very hard. And today, only me and Susanna, we managed this lot. So it's quite hard to gauge how much that is. Probably 8 or 9 buckets. Or something like that.
250?
Yeah, probably 250 kilos. Yeah, something like that. So this big beast should be I think about 500, maybe 550. We'll see. So tomorrow we are going to separate the leaves, bag it up. That's going to take some time. And take it to Lagar tomorrow evening, hopefully, for the press. Good morning. It's the 5th day. It's a very windy morning, so the separation will be slightly difficult. And so we are just about to get the machine out, position it here, and then start. If you are wondering how we know what and where to cut, we were once told a simple rule. Although it may sound a bit crass, it really works, and it goes like this. It's called the rule of a virgin. If it goes up or in, it's no good. And that's it. New growth, when facing up or inside the crown of the tree, needs to be removed. The crown needs to stay open for ventilation and sun exposure. But don't cut everything away. New and young branches will host olives next year. So do not strip everything off. There is a fine balance in pruning olives, as in everything in life, I suppose.
Some ear protection.
Yeah. It's going to get very loud for a long time. Oh, I hate these.
Very good.
Okay. We never counted the amount of olive trees we have on our homestead. We were told there are 200 of them. Perhaps a little bit less after the fires of 2022. Not all trees are producing though. Some are old, mature and strong, others are still young with many years of production ahead of them. So the final amount of kilos differs every year. The harvest depends on spring and the weather. If it's too cold, the bees won't come out and pollinate properly. If it's raining in June, the bees won't come out and pollinate properly either, as it happened last year. Then you have the autumn storms you have to count in. Strong gusts and torrential rain can ruin half of the harvest. Olive oil is also called the black gold or liquid gold where we live. Yet there are so many abandoned farms with hundreds of olive trees needing attention you would not believe. Oh well, sometimes you cannot see what you have right in front of you, can you?
Nearly there, Sonia. 600 kilos.
When we bought our property, we also purchased a leaf blower because we had the experience from previous year whilst helping our landlady with the harvest. I used the biggest bowl we had, which could take around 3.3 kilos of olives at one time, and was feeding the top of the machine. You need to adjust the opening for the olives to go through, but not too much, otherwise everything will go there as well. Again, it's about finding the balance. Susanna was responsible for catching the olives in a lined box, picking the occasional leaf that escaped. When I fed 3 bowls through, we would stop the machine and empty the box into the bag. This would be done 3 times to fill 1 bag. I measured the time it took to fill up 1 bag, and on average it took us 10 minutes, more or less. The whole sorting process took 7 hours with a couple of 10-minute breaks to stretch our backs. By the end of the processing, we could feel every muscle in our bodies, especially our backs. But we carried on regardless, as we knew we would rest the next day. Caramba! Guys, we are done. So we have, well, you can't see some of the bags because they are under the leaves. But we have 23 bags of sorted olives. Poor, what time is it? I don't even know. I think it took us 7 hours, maybe 8 hours. Yeah, so we are exhausted, absolutely exhausted. So now we are just waiting for our friend to come with his pickup, because we definitely cannot fit all those bags into our car, and we are not going to film when we put the stuff onto the pickup because our friend doesn't like to be on camera, which is, fair enough. So we have the 4 drums. We've got them tied up together. You have to do that. You have to put your name on it and then leave it at the press. And tomorrow morning we can come and pick up the oil and pay for it, of course. But that's up to tomorrow. That's tomorrow. And today, still, sorry, I can't really string a sentence together. I'm very tired. But I'll see you later. I have to say we were lucky that we came Tuesday evening, because today, oh my god, this is going to be a hell of a long wait for whoever is here waiting for their olives to be pressed. I would not like to be here, that's for sure. Okay, so here we go. Ooh, so we are starting again. It's Sunday, 8 o'clock, or just after 8 o'clock. Yes, there are a lot of offcuts after, but we will sort them out and use the thicker branches to burn throughout the winter. The rest will wilt down and be burned in a bonfire, and the ashes will be scattered in the garden to feed the soil. So really nothing goes to waste, although it might look quite drastic. From our experience, the trees love a good prune and the chance to rejuvenate. I think I said it quite a few times, and I'm going to repeat it once again. I and Susanna, we make a great team. When we work together, we don't even have to speak to know what the next step is. When there is a goal, we just get on with it and make it happen. I guess it is also because of the fact we have been together for so long and know each other well. That way we can just crack on, support one another and work as fast as possible. I suppose it's quite hard to explain our work ethic. We can go without food or whining all the time because we know there is an end and we can see the finishing line. That doesn't mean we don't get tired. Of course we do. And this year was very hard. We had to take a break after our first stage and were not able to go and pick up the oil right away the next day. We just collapsed, resting by the fire, watching YouTube and falling asleep in the afternoon. Next day was better, and because it rained, it gave us more time to relax and get ready for the second stage. We did it alone again and were lucky with the weather to begin with, working in short sleeves in the warm sunshine. Right, another day in paradise. I lost the track of the days, how many days we've been doing this, but quite a few. And just wanted to share this. This is from one tree, so I think it's going to be two full buckets, I suppose. Looks like it. That's one tree, one and only. Yeah, so
Not bad, huh?
my precious, huh? Well, let's hope the tripod will hold because the wind is picking up. So you better stay upright. Our plan was to take the second harvest to the cold press. There are several lagars around where we live. Usually we would go to the same one, but last year we had to choose another because the volume of people waiting at our usual press was huge. I didn't like the taste of the oil last year and was determined we will not go there again. Because oil is food, it is subject to one's taste. just like everything else. That was one of the reasons that in the end we opted out of cold press because we weren't sure whether we would like the taste of the oil, and we were too tired to deal with the new lagar as well. Oh my god, počkej, ne, stoupla na to, víš, musíš jít z toho pryč, pod to, že jinak to nejde. However, the last couple of days of harvesting, the weather turned and we had to work very fast. The wind was very strong, drizzling made it even harder and pushed us to the limits. We ended up bagging the olives, even with the leaves, as we couldn't turn on the leaf blower because it was wet and extremely windy. We said, what the heck, we will absorb the cost, because when you bring your olives unsorted, you pay more. In some lagars, they will not accept unsorted olives at all. Sonia is so strong. Someone has to be. It's just a...
We're rolling it up there.
Oh well.
Rolling.
Roly-poly.
Two buckets.
Whoa, 2 buckets. Oh.
That's 60 kilo.
Oh well, 55. Oh, caramba. Shut up, Woody. No. Takže jak jsme říkali, jako kdyby tam byl někdo s námi. Tak. Ready? Woody?
Woody, ready.
Oi. Okay, Woody's ready. So are we. So thank you guys for watching up until now. If you've managed to stay tuned, that's great. Because now there's a big reveal, actually. But before we go to the numbers for this year, I have to say that we haven't managed to film the very end of the harvest because we were just exhausted, tired. The weather was awful, and we were in a hurry, actually. And we went to the lagar, to the press, and then we found out there was a big queue because they have changed the system. So it was very different.
Waited 10 hours.
Yeah, Susanna had to wait 10 hours for the olives
From 1 o'clock until 11 o'clock in the evening.
Or at night.
Night.
Yeah, at night. So we were there together first, and then when we found out what's going on, I had to go back home because of the dogs and all the animals and that. So I stayed and put the fire on. I waited and waited and waited.
But it's worth it.
It was definitely worth it, but yeah,
cold and raining and
and luckily we had a friend's car because we needed 2 cars because it was a big load again, and luckily that car had heating, so
500 kilos. It's the second load.
Yeah, but you have to get there. Oh my god, honestly, no, tak znova. Zuško, to nemůžeš takhle. Tak já mluvím o autě a ty řekneš 500 kilos, it was the load.
To znova ne.
No, musím to znovu dělat, no. No tak to katnu, ale já mluvím, já jsem v polovině věty a ty mi do toho řekneš 500 kilos was the load. Woody, musíš teď poslouchat, co já mluvím a neskákat mi do řečí. No, do toho, proto já se na tebe dívám, když něco, jo, že jestli k tomu chceš něco dodat. No, A co teď? No, tak teď se musím zase do toho dostat nějak. Oh. Luckily, we had a car of our friend as well because we needed a couple of cars because we wouldn't be able to transport the load only with one car. And that car had heating because our car doesn't have heating. So thank God for that. Susanna had the opportunity to keep her warm up until late at night. But anyway, so the first load, here we are. The first load was 694 kilos, and the yield was 11.1%. So we got 77 liters of oil from the first load. And the second load, which we estimated it as kind of around 400 to 500 kilos, was actually 489 kilos. So pretty spot on, but I have to say we didn't manage to pick every single tree. How many trees did we leave behind?
5 or 6.
Yeah, 5 or 6 trees. We just couldn't manage anymore.
No, because it was the weather was bad. It was not
Yeah,
possible to leave the olives too long. We had to take them to the press
yeah,
as soon as possible.
yeah, because the last couple of days was really wet and windy. Yeah, so and from the second load, the yield was actually much better. It was 13.91%. So we got 68 liters of oil, which we were really, really surprised. The next day we went to pick it up, and yeah, we were quite surprised, I have to say. Yeah, so I suppose that's about it. So this year, overall, we had 145 liters of oil, which is the best harvest we've ever had in 6 years. Yeah, in 6 years, that was the best harvest. Yeah. So we are very happy. The thing is that I think we deserve it. I think we deserve a toast. I think we do.
Already celebrated a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we were so tired. It was really hard work.
Yeah.
At the end, you just see nothing but olives.
Yeah, you close your eyes and all you see is bloody olives.
But it's okay. It's part of it. Everybody around is picking olives now.
Oh, they've done it already.
You feel part of the team.
Yeah, yeah. So I think we have to make a toast to us too. Yeah.
To olive harvest.
To olive harvest, to the olives, to the trees, to the Mother Nature. Yeah, for the abundance, and see you soon. See you next time. Thanks for watching and take care.
Bye bye.
Ciao.
Sorry.
Dobre, no. No ale Ježiši Kriste. And here we are again, because I wanted to say something else. I wanted to add, and I'm sure Susanna as well. And we just got lost in our thoughts. So we wanted to say a big thank you to our friends who have come to help us for a couple of days. And of course, the one who transported the first batch. Like I mentioned, he doesn't like to be filmed, but that's okay. So thank you guys. Thank you everyone who helped us. You either have had already your olive oil delivered or is waiting here for you. So thanks a lot.
Thank you. Without the friends, it wouldn't be possible.
Well,
would be difficult.
Would be difficult. More difficult than it was. Okay.
And it was good fun.
Yeah. So thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Ciao, ciao.